So Corey Seager, foul territory, which A.J. Przinsky does many of, former Ranger.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A.J. Przinsky does many of the interviews on this road show with foul territory. So they've been in Surprise. I'm sure they've been all over Arizona, but they were in Surprise, chatting with a bunch of Rangers, and actually a couple that I saw, A.J. with Jake Berger. I may talk about that one in a second. It's kind of funny, and A.J. with Boch. But Corey Seager was interviewed as well. And one of the things Corey said in that interview was 2024 was the kick in the butt we needed to get us back where we belong. And that, I think, that is, I mean, to me, you talk about like bulletin board material, Jeff, from Corey Seager,
right,
who doesn't say that much. That is mic drop, that is the, we'll never know kind of statement from Corey Seager.
Well, I thought it was a kick on the other side. It was
for those of us,
it was a tough one. But if that's what they need, that's what they need. I think maybe you learn what it takes to be a championship club. The effect of a World Series has on a team that extra month. And Corey had won a World Series in 20, but it's only a 60-game season.
Yeah.
And it's not like they were wiped out and played almost 100. The Rangers played 179 games. The Dodgers might have played 75.
Yeah.
I don't even think they got to 75.
I don't think they got to 80. Yeah, no way. Yeah.
So it's they played 7, 6, and 2, so 50. So yeah, they played 75 games. So it's a different beast, and you if you think you've arrived, and they had 5 All-Stars. They thought they had it all figured out. They had the man of the ALCS and a sudden hero in Adolis Garcia. A lot of those guys got humbled. The game will humble you. That's something that I've heard since day one on the beat. Baseball will humble you if you think you got it all solved. No, you don't. So and you can go down a long line. It starts with Garcia. Simeon had a rough one. Josh Young was hurt, so I don't really blame him. Heim took a big step back. Dane Dunning took a step back. He was the Rangers pitcher of the year in 23. He's like, hey, shoot, I got it made. Maybe that's what he thought. I don't know. I doubt it, but something. He was humbled enough that he had to get back to work hard this season. And Simeon, they all had the plans by the end of the year what they wanted to do. Even Seager, he was injured, obviously, going into camp, and then started the season off. He realizes how important it is to have spring training. I think that reinforced things. And then, you don't know what went on behind the scenes on the chemistry side, because all of a sudden, Jock Peterson is on a white horse riding into town to save the clubhouse. Well, we thought the clubhouse was fantastic. So, some things weren't right last year, obviously, with the injuries, the lack of performance. But there had to be some underlying stuff that you're maybe starting to hear little whispers here and there about. And then you can kind of look and see who's back and who isn't and be like, oh, I wonder why he's not back. Well,
sure.
There's an answer.
Yeah.
And it's not always about baseball. So that is interesting that Corey would go out and say that. He doesn't talk to us a lot. He talked on his first day in camp, and it was nice talking to him. But he's never in the clubhouse. He's not avoiding us. He does his own routine and everything. But I haven't had a chance really to talk to him other than just in passing since then. But those are pretty powerful words.
They are. And one of the other things he said regarding mentioning, excuse me, Jock Peterson coming in.
You all right there?
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. Got all choked up on Jock Peterson. But mentioning Jock Peterson coming in, he was asked, I don't remember the exact question, but basically, who do you like to watch hit? He goes, on this team? Yeah. Jock. I mean, it's got to be Jock. We've been friends since we were 18 years old.
Yeah.
And he said, I just love the way the distance he's come in his career. And then talked about him too in his life, right? And the fact that he now has 4 children and all those kinds of things. So what I think we see in a comment like that, because he could have gone anywhere. I mean, seems like right now you might like watching Wyatt Langford or Jake Berger, right? But Jock, okay, whatever. He could have said, I think what we're seeing is Corey Seager's fingerprints were on that, the acquisition of Jock Peterson. He was the scout, if you will, that said to the Rangers front office, we got to get some Jock Peterson up in here.
Well, Corey's contract speaks
Sure.
a lot of volume.
It does, yeah.
And I'm sure they had identified Jock because of what he does on the baseball field. He hits fastballs, he hits right-handers, and those were areas where the Rangers were no good. He's a DH, which we chronicled a few weeks ago. They were the worst in the league and second worst in baseball at that position. So once they identified him, they probably had to all right, is this a good guy? So who better to talk to than his former teammate? And when Seager was drafted, in 11, maybe 12, I don't remember. Jock was in the 2010 draft. So there's a little age difference there, but they're peers, And when you're 18, as Corey was, and you get sent out to Arizona and all of a sudden you're a professional baseball player, you're going to be buddies with whoever you want, whoever's out there.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, Jock's from the San Francisco area, Palo Alto. Corey's from, Charlotte area, a little bit north of Charlotte, and Dale Earnhardt's hometown, Kannapolis.
Yep.
Two different worlds there, and really they're two different guys. But Corey can let his hair down. I think he just doesn't do it in public.
Sure.
And but they're on different paces. Jock's got 4 kids, and Corey and his wife Maddie are enjoying the no kids life right now. I'm sure kids are coming, but it's interesting to see, and they know each other well. They won a World Series together under trying circumstances. That 20 season, it was only 60 games, yes, but you couldn't go out and hang out, and you spent a lot of time together or talking on the phone or whatever it was. So it doesn't surprise me that they're both big fans of each other.
It doesn't surprise me, and yet it does. We said it right after we looked at the interview, and I was like, that's a strange marriage or mix of two men, right? Because their personalities appear to be so opposite. But to your point, we probably don't see all of we only get a glimpse of Corey's personality, true personality.
Yeah, but you did see even in 20, but really Rangers fans saw it in 23 when he hit the home run in Game 7 of the ALCS, or was it Game 6? Game 6 or 7, and then hit the home run in Game 1 of the World Series.
Yeah,
just the raw emotion that he let out. The guy does care, and his teammates know that, and they see the side to him that media doesn't, and he definitely wants it that way, and that's fine.
Sure,
but he's got some personality. He's a pretty funny guy when he wants to be.
Sure.
We all silly like the mayor.